nice. All right. Well, luckily the players were better this weekend than I was. But yeah, no, it was a good weekend. Obviously, 4-game homestand to finish that off with 2 wins and play with tremendous energy both nights is something that we've been after and proud of the way the guys did that. And then obviously Saturday night, we really shot the ball well and found a little set that kind of helped with their ball screen defense that last 12 minutes and really kind of had a barrage of points down the stretch to pull away against a very good team.
And then looking ahead, tough trip to Utah this weekend. Talk about those 2 teams.
Yeah, it's a great challenge for us. Obviously, the travel will be difficult, and then they both bring different challenges. Dixie State is a big physical, athletic team and have a very unique defensive system where they kind of combine switching man-to-man, 2-3 zone, and a matchup zone. And last year, the first time we played them, we kind of got our guys confused because we sort of treat them as all different defenses. And, we really just need to attack with one simple plan where the guys can just play and not have to be thinking about what the defense is. And so, we feel good about our plan and we're excited about executing that this week. And then also for Dixie, they're just because they're so big and athletic and physical and all of their players are skilled, they're a very good offensive team as well. So it'll be a big challenge in a tough environment. And then Saturday night, I was comparing to the team. Westminster is very similar to South Dakota Mines. They're not going to blow you away as this flashy team with these high-level Division I transfers, but they're just really sound players who compete and play the right way, and they've been together for a long time, and it didn't go so well for us at South Dakota Mines. So both games will prevent different challenges, but it'll be a great test for where we are as a team.
Questions? Coach, you mentioned energy this past weekend. How big was that for you guys to get 2 more wins?
Yeah, I think that, we've been a little inconsistent in our energy, and that happens for different reasons. When you have a new group like we do, sometimes it's something that the other team's doing in terms of a game plan is a little distracting to us, and it's hard for us to sustain it at both ends. We have really developed defensive habits where I feel like, our toughness is starting to sustain at the defensive end, but you can just see it like in that second half of that Adams game was different than the first half. And part of it is just like this clarity of purpose that we gain by just kind of recollecting at halftime and sort of reviewing the things we need to do to be successful. And part of it is just having a sense of urgency with every play. We just need to do a little bit of a job of that. But it was great to see us kind of carried over to the Saturday night because that has been an issue for us, is being able to come out with that same energy on Saturday night as Friday night when the legs are a little tired. And so it was great to see us sustain that on Saturday.
Michael Skinner, RMAC Defensive Player of the Week. How big was his play this past weekend?
He's just been incredible all year. I mean, his toughness that he plays with, and, I've mentioned a couple of times this week, but there have been times last year where we had a little bit of a hard time getting on the same page, and he's found that balance where he can use his length and his athleticism and his instincts to make basketball plays but stay within the system. So for everything he's doing great that shows up on the stat sheet, he's doing just as many great things that don't show up because, last year there are times he would get beat on a backdoor cut because he'd be taking a chance or whatever. And those kinds of mistakes aren't happening this year, but he's still giving us incredible production. And then he just plays so hard and he's so unselfish. He'll have games where, he had a game where he scored 27 and he'll have a game where he only score, he goes long stretches without seeing the basketball, but he always has defensive energy. He's always engaged and competing. And Friday night was a great example of just how he can, stuff his stat sheet. So.
Jared, what the heck happened on Saturday?
Honestly, I got to attribute that to my teammates and coaches. My teammates just getting me the ball in the right spots. And I don't know if you guys know this, but our assistant coach, Coach KB, or Coach Boget, however you know him, he comes in every single day to help us get extra shots. If we're having troubles, he'll put together extra film. And, I feel like that's been a main thing, is not only building up my skill of shooting, working out with him, but just seeing those shots go through every single day and working out every single day outside of practice, your confidence just goes up. So when I'm getting those inside-out kick threes, I know I can shoot it and I know I can hit it. So my teammates putting me in the right spots in the games, and then Coach KB getting me ready for the games.
After the game ended, knowing that you broke a couple of school records for three-pointers in a game, three-point percentage, what did that mean to you?
I mean, it's cool to be a part of the record books, be a part of history, but I mean, just getting that win on Saturday night was the biggest thing. We knew that was a good team, and we knew we needed that win for standings and records and all that. So it was just more about the win, honestly. Like it's a great feeling, you know, like, and I'm definitely appreciated, and we definitely like enjoyed it and stuff. But just that win is what means the most.
And I'm sure Georgie thanked me after the performance.
Yep, definitely.
Sorry, he did not.
I'll talk to him.
Even since second semester started, the growth of your game has just been leaps and bounds. Has it just slowed down? And then obviously going against another Ethan has kind of given you somebody else to bang around with?
I mean, yeah. I mean, definitely the game has slowed down for me. I'm getting used to things. And going against a kid who is committed to a high-level Division I program, that obviously has helped a bunch too. But I'm finally getting in like the rhythm of things and the flow of things, just finally figuring things out. And so that's kind of been like the biggest thing for me so far.
I want to say your first start a couple weeks ago, first couple of possessions, a little rushed, and then Saturday night it just was like, okay, catch the ball, settle. You could just see everything is making more and more sense. And now it looks like you're becoming even more aggressive in there. Can you kind of tell that?
Yeah, I mean, my first start, I mean, it was my first college start. Like even my first college, it was like my first college game. I was super rushed. I was like, oh man, this is it. My first college start, kind of the same thing. But after the first few possessions, it's just any other game I've played in my life. So everything, like the season, has slowed down for me. And my coaches and my teammates have always told me, like, you're a good player, be aggressive. Like, we need you to do stuff on the court. We need you to score. Like, we know you can. So having them tell me that also kind of helps me out. So.
There were a couple of plays, Saturday night obviously became kind of a guards game, but Friday a couple of times, back cuts and your guards are finding you, and the bench is going crazy when you do it. I mean, can you kind of build on that energy?
Yeah, especially having all the freshman teammates that I'm always around. They're always hyping me up and just are always super, super, like, cool with me. Like, and having the guards being able to find me, like, they do a great job. Like, I don't really need to do much, but because they do everything, So that's the bench and them finding me is super cool.
Kind of carrying the flag for the freshman class, aren't
you?
Yeah.
Coach, you tweeted about 15 minutes ago the live stream of the game and how the scoreboard was broken. It showed 10 points, when in reality you guys had over 100 points against Fort Lewis. Scoring that many points, and obviously you guys are the best three-point shooting team in the entire RMAC. Dixie State has the best three-point defense in the entire RMAC. It's going to be a pretty interesting case this weekend with how you guys are kind of deal with them, and hopefully you guys can overcome that difficult path.
Yeah, that'll be one of the big challenges of the game. They are very disruptive. As I mentioned, not only are they huge, but they're very athletic and very physical. So that component of it is disruptive to the flow of your offense. And then the fact that they change defenses is also disruptive. So you just see teams sort of out of sorts against them. And so the teams that have had success have been able to sustain their approach and handle the physicality, and that'll be a theme all week long. And we know that our team is a good shooting team. I mean, we've made a big emphasis in the last week and a half. We just have to catch those inside kicks and shoot it. Guys, sometimes we're being too unselfish. They were passing up shots to make the extra pass, and we wouldn't end up with as good a shot. So it was good to see this last weekend. We were really just kind of hunting that shot once we got the ball to the paint and came out. And at times people are almost daring us to shoot because they're trying to take away our pick and roll action. And, these guys he's shooting 50%, over 50%, right? Tommy's shooting over 50%, Mike's shooting over 50%. And so, and as a team, we're sixth in the nation right now in three-point field goal percentage. So, we just have to believe in ourselves and trust what we're doing and knock those shots down. And hopefully we can carry that through on the road this weekend.
They got a guy in Hunter Schofield who has 48 offensive rebounds this year. He's going to be pretty disruptive down there. So in order to get that transition from defense to offense, that's going to be pretty important for you guys, especially getting those rebounds and playing against a team that likes to play big, but can also shoot from outside as well.
Yeah, that's a big part of their physicality is on the glass, and so it'll be, and they run really well too. They're very good in transition offense. So there's really not a challenge in any aspect of the game that they aren't going to challenge us in. So we'll have to be ready, and it'll have to be a complete effort for us to have success.
Well, I'll say, Dixie's, you can tell they're building this for their Division I jump. They've made that next step in bringing in some guys to get them ready for next year. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm very confident that we can play with anybody in the country, and we just have to play at the right level, and so we're excited to go see where we are.
Heard Ethan Richardson had a Michael Jordan flu game.
Yeah, more than that. I don't know. He lost 18 pounds. He lost 18 pounds. It's unbelievable. So he was just a shadow of himself on Saturday. And so he was a little bit better yesterday, but he was still struggling yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see how he recovers this week. So we got him some IV. He took a half a gallon of IV on Saturday before the game. but hopefully he's past it now, and it's just a matter of him recovering. So.
Was that his main decision to want to play, or were you guys kind of like, hey, let's see where you're at?
It's totally his decision. He went to the doctor on Friday, and they said that it was up to him depending how he's feeling. So we talked about it all day Saturday. Came to the shoot around, and he didn't look good, and so but we left it up to him. But he said he wanted to do it, and we told him we'd give him an IV and try. It was challenging for him, and physically it was really too much. But
12 minutes is still a lot.
it was. He was. But he's a competitor, and he wants to be out there. And the thing you have to remember about him is that he had basketball taken away from him this fall, and so he has a great appreciation. If you just watch him on the bench and with his teammates, he's very appreciative of the opportunity to be playing again, and he doesn't want to miss any opportunities. So I think he'll be ready to go this weekend.
And apparently he said that they let him out of the basement out of quarantine. It's nice for you guys to let him come see the rest of the world after a couple of days.
Jared, now that the season's really in the swing here and in the RMAC, how do you guys feel that you guys are kind of coming on like a lot of the transfers and kind of getting used to the system here? Is that kind of all out of you now, and you guys are actually kind of just playing your game?
Yeah, that's been one of our main focuses, and the coaches have even been saying it. It's kind of like we were trying to figure out our way we wanted to play, figure out the way we wanted to defend, and figure out different things. And now that we kind of have our full team here and we're all together and we're starting to figure things out, we've actually gotten to where we can have a plan each week in and week out, like the same plan, the way we're going to approach things. And just having that steadiness and stuff like that, it just makes it a lot easier to get into the flow. And we know what we're going to do now. So it's huge, and it's going to be big for the rest of the season to just keep attacking the same way we are.
And winning's obviously going to make that a little bit easier as well. Do you see you guys, after the wins say, oh, hey, we can do this a little bit better, and kind of keep pushing yourself to get better?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the winning solves everything. After those losses in South Dakota, we were real down as a team, and everybody was feeling it, and everybody was feeling rough. But we came back to work, and we came back to work the right way, and coaches had another plan for us, and they figured it out. You know what I mean? Kind of just another way that we can go about things, and doing that, and then getting these 4 wins straight has just been huge for us. So we're all feeling good right now. You know what I mean? And we're gonna just try to ride this wave out for the rest of the season.
Question, Ben?
Oh, yeah. What's the most overrated holiday?
This might get me in trouble, but I'm going to say Valentine's Day. I've never been a big fan. So it's during basketball season. It's made up, it's come on, So that's mine. What do you got, Ethan? You got anything?
Most overrated holiday? I don't know. There's some holidays. I guess Valentine's Day too. I don't know.
Jared?
I'm gonna go with Valentine's Day.
It's a clean sweep.
Yeah, we're 6 for 6.